Hey, I'm Trinnen.
Hey, I'm Melanie.
Alright, and you know what's really cool?
What?
Did you know that in, I think it's like 5 states, you can have foxes as pets without a
What?
permit?
No way!
I remember reading it somewhere. And then for places like Oregon, you can have, I think it's a raccoon, and foxes and animals like that as pets as long as you have a permit.
Weird face alert. That's so cool.
But yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so what should we talk about?
When it all goes down, put your hands on me, baby. You know it feels right.
And where do you find that from?
I read it somewhere.
I read it
Because
somewhere.
for a while-
Yeah, I read it somewhere. It probably is accurate. Yeah, right.
Google.
Yeah, Google.
For a while, I wanted a fox because I thought it was really cool. And my mom was saying how
What does the fox say? Sorry.
But when my mom was a kid, she said that you could have like squirrels and like pretty much any animal you wanted, like legally without a permit or anything like that.
Oh my goodness.
And so
That's
she said she
crazy.
always wanted a fox. And so I was like, yeah, that'd be really cool. And it was right after my dog died. And so I ended up doing research on it. But
That's really
yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Speaking of pets, you have
Yes.
quite a few. Well, I have more, but so I guess I shouldn't be one to talk. But you have some.
Well, okay, so my pets, let's see. So growing up, I had this, like, he was part Siamese cat. His name was Gizmo. Unfortunately, he died really young. I got him when, like, I was in kindergarten, and then he, like, died when I was in first grade. Sad face. He, like, wanted to go outside one day and never came back. A lot could have happened to him. But yeah, I mean, that was depressing because it was, like, my first cat, right? I love cats. And then after that, we had a black cat named Misty. Unfortunately,
I remember Misty.
unfortunately, we had to put her down because she had like this red thing. But you know, I was sad too. She was always a talker, and at first she didn't like me because I'd be all, "Oh, Misty," but then I got more calm, and she was like, "Okay, I like Melanie now." She like loved me. It took her like forever to come around, but I mean, that was really sad. I don't like putting pets down, and that was hard. You know, I missed the little girl, and then. We had, well, what's funny, we had a cat named Bucket, but we thought he was a she. So we'd be like, Little Miss Bucket, because we got the cat in a bucket. It was really cute. Like, our neighbor, like, found, like, this cat, and it was inside a bucket, I guess. But, like, we thought it was a girl, and then later on we checked, and it's a boy. So then we had to change his name to Little Mr. Bucket. It's just like, sorry, didn't know. Unfortunately, this is sad. He died on Christmas Day. I don't remember.
Did he really?
Yeah, it was on Christmas Day.
Aw.
It was like a few years ago. I was kind of young, still like middle school age, I guess. Grade school, 5th grade, I think so.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, it
About
really
4
was.
years ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
wow.
5th grade. Yeah, unfortunately, he was really sick, and he was sick around Christmas time too, and he died on Christmas night. It's really sad. And then we have Grayson right now. He's this gray cat. He's 9 or 10. He's 10? Yeah, he's 10. He's 10. He's 10 years old. He's this gray cat. He's so chubby, but he's so cute and like adventurous. Oh, there's dogs, speaking of them. He's adventurous and everything. He's just a cute gray cat. And when we got him, it was after a cat show. We went to like the Animal Humane Society, and we were looking for a cat. A lot of cats have been there for a long time, and it was like kind of sad seeing them there, you know, because they don't have homes yet. But then we found out about Grayson, and he just looks so cute, and we got to like, you know, see him and test him out. And he actually recently got in there. Unfortunately, when his owners moved, they didn't take him with, so luckily they put him in and we got him. So he's in a safe home. He's been here for a couple years now, and I just love Grayson. And then last summer, I have my 2 babes, Samson and Jackson. I love them to pieces.
If
Samson
you're on her Facebook or Snapchat, you'll see plenty
or
of them.
Instagram, like, oh my gosh, I love them. I post pics of them all the time. They're both 1 year old right now, and I'm so proud of my boy Sammer because he caught his first mouse. He's growing up so fast. I remember when Misty caught her first mouse, like, she would be like, ooh, I want to bring it inside, I'm proud. And then she like dropped it, and I was like, ah! I was freaking out. It was so bad. I like got up on the couch. I got up on the couch and I was screaming, and I'm just like, I want it dead. But no, I mean, well, luckily we caught the mouse, and it was actually really cute, but we let it free. Well, anyways, luckily I didn't see the mouse. Mice are scary. It's really scary. But I'm proud of him, you know. It's good for him. He's showing off. He's just like, now he feels all proud. I posted a picture on Instagram about it. I'm just excited for him. He's kind of like stripe colored a little bit, and then he has like a really smooth texture. And like Jackson does too, but it's like a different feeling, and he has like little white spots on him, like, you know, by his mouth and his paws, and he's black, but oh my gosh, you can totally hear him purr. And then Samson's like my stuffed animal at night, like, oh my gosh, they're just...
It's funny, because when they were younger, it was almost like their personalities were switched.
Yeah.
Because
Jackson always would love to snuggle, and Samson was like, you know, no way.
And now it's the other way around.
Now it's the other way around. Samson will snuggle, and Jackson's like, okay, I can only put up with this for like 2 minutes, and then I'm done. He's like, I'm out. I'm like, you know, Jackson. But I love them. So currently I have Grayson, Samson, and Jackson. So those are my pets. What about your pets?
You never said anything about Nikki.
Oh. Well, Nikki's more my mom's dog. I'm sorry. So we're really fortunate to still have her around. I've had her since I was in first grade, actually. So I think she met Gizmo. Am I correct, Mom? I think so, yeah. Anyways, that's right. My mom's filming. We're so cool. Anyways, yeah, we've had her since first grade. You know, she's been having like some like knee problems, but like she's hanging in there, and I think it's because she still wants to be around. And you know, I mean, she's a good doggy, and I love her to pieces, even though she loves my mom more than me. Anyways, okay, I think I mentioned all of my well, wait, no, I've had hamsters. I've had
Oh, God.
This could take forever. I had how many hamsters? I had Hammy. I had Genna.
I remember all those. Oh my goodness.
Who did I have before? I think Hammy was first for a couple years and Genna for a couple years. I don't know. And then we had a fish named Blueson.
Grayson, Jackson, and Samson.
And Blueson, yeah. Okay, I think I mentioned all of them. Oh, wait, we actually had a pet, like, I think before Gizmo we had this little, like, hamster thing, but then I think Mom wanted to get rid of it or something. I don't know. But,
we had little baby chicks.
Oh, yeah, the chicks! I've had so many animals. Okay, we need to move on to Trinnen now. Okay, how many of you have?
Okay, so from the start, technically my first dog was Maddie or China. My mom talked about both a lot, but I was really young, so I don't remember which one was which. I think it was Maddie. But Maddie chewed on everything, and she was kind of a bad dog. She was a rat terrier, and so we ended up getting Zoe, who was what I consider my first dog. And once we got her, we got rid of Maddie. And so that was when I was like 3. Because they were aggressive with each other, because they were both very territorial. So we kept Zoe, and I had Zoe for 13 years. We had to put her down a few years ago, because she had a huge tumor on her chest. It wasn't cancerous, but it ended up like not being very good for her lungs, and she started going senile, so we put her down. And she was just a black and white and brown rat terrier. She was really cute. She was a big part of my childhood. And then I've had quite a few cats, like Melanie.
We're cat lovers.
I think I've had more than you have.
Probably.
I had, my first cat was Baby, or her original name was Tiger Lily, but then we changed it to Baby, because my mom preferred it. And she was a really good cat, but then randomly she started peeing on the carpet, so we put her outside. And she ended up being killed by a coyote, because we don't live in the forest, but we live close to a forest. And my brother was supposed to take her in at night, but he couldn't find her that night, and so she stayed out, and after being inside for so long, she wasn't sure how to properly protect herself, I guess. So she was killed. And then I got the triplets, who are Bandit, Boo, and Poverty.
They're so cute.
Boo and Poverty are both black cats, but you can tell them apart really easily because one of their parents was Siamese, and so Boo is very thin and kind of scrawny in appearance, like a Siamese, and Poverty is more like a tabby, and she's very fat. And then their brother, Bandit, he actually looks like a Siamese, so he has the coloration of a blue point Siamese. So those are the triplets. They're strictly indoors. And then we still have all 3 of them. We also have Naya, who we found on Christmas Eve under our deck. She was really small, and we think that somebody just dumped her because when we found her, it was snowing and she was by herself. And she was really timid. She still is, and she had a hernia. We don't know if it was an umbilical hernia that she was born with, or if it was a hernia that was developed from physical abuse. So we took her in and we had to get that all stitched. But she's kind of a butt now because she's still really timid, and so she hides under the bed pretty much the entire day. So I kind of forget she's even there sometimes. And then we have Gray, who's a strictly outdoor cat. He was originally a stray, but he's been around for a while, and so he's really wise, and he knows how to protect himself. And we built a little house for him, but he won't use it. Even when it's cold, because he feels too cornered. And he's just solid gray, so we just call him Gray. Real creative.
Mine's Grayson, so it's all good.
And then
He's excellent gray.
we had Jack for a while, who we originally thought was a male, even though it was a tortoise shell. So we kind of should have figured that out, but for some reason we thought it was a guy. But it ended up being a girl, and we got her one spring. And she was super friendly, and she was really nice, but she got really jealous of Gray, and so she would eat all of his food because she didn't want him to have any. And so she grew really, really fat to where her belly would hang and wobble back and forth when she walked.
Wobble, wobble.
And she never left our deck, but she ended up being killed too, which is really sad.
Turtles.
But yeah, oh, and then I had a goat for a little bit. I'm kind of just rambling,
yeah.
trying to cut it a little
I remember
bit short.
your goat. What was her name? Crystal.
Crystal.
I remember that.
She was a little pygmy goat, and her best friend was a rabbit, because we had a rabbit, and he would stay outside too, and so he would sit on her back and stuff, and it was really cute. But she was a little white goat who was very intelligent. She figured out how to open up her pin, and so she would open up her pin and then wait on the deck for me to get home from school. And we had her for a while too, but she got attacked by what we think is a cougar. She survived it, but she had a big scar from the top of her neck all the way down. And for a while we thought we'd have to put her down because she wasn't eating. But then last minute she started to eat and started to recover. But we gave her away because we didn't want her to get killed or the same thing to happen again. Mm-hmm. Then I've had a few small things like mice, but that's not really. They're just
Right.
mice.
I know. Just
But
animals.
so those were my pets.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, so any kind of cute animals, I think Labradors are cute, like chocolate labs, black labs. I think
Corgis are where it's at. Corgis
I
are
like the labs. Oh my gosh, anyone that has any labs, I'm jealous. Jealous, definitely for sure. Labs are adorable. But there's a lot of cute animals out there, and there's a lot of them that are in that humane society, and if you want a pet, I think you should go there and check them out because I feel for the cats and cats. I feel for cats and dogs, and they should get homes. I go in there and I'm sad because they've been there for a long time, and they should be with people. They like people, so. Yeah, check that out.
Anyways,
that's
I think
all.
that's it for our episode.
That's all. Yeah, bye guys.
All right, bye. It's kind of a long one, but
Yeah, sorry.